All right, so this is the arena as of the start of spring of 2025. I had a couple of shorts showing it before, which I was very, very brief with it. Well, this is going to be a bit more in-depth for it. So we have some stairs leading down that we just kind of cut out of the slope. This whole arena is kind of on a slope. So up here, it drops probably a good 30 or 40 feet down. Maybe not quite that much, maybe like 20 feet. But yeah, it's pretty much just down in this whole section. You got one of the bases over there, where there's a couple of little tree stumps are. And then the other base is over by the down trees, kind of in the distance there. So I have a Maverick that I screwed onto the tree just for the fun of it. The internals are out of it, but it still like rotates and things still turn and move on it if you want it. Then I put up a couple of guardrails here. This tree kind of makes a archway into the arena, which is fun. I'm gonna go a bit wider here. So I've been collecting various tires to make just tire stacks out of for cover. On the ground, it's hard to see right now because it's all mixed in with the leaves, but there are wood chips down on the various paths. Looks like I need to screw this to a tree. But we just have some fairly basic cover with pallets and some tin and tires and stuff. This is just kind of the start of the arena. My brother and I started building it last year. And I'll show you where we're kind of expanding it to. So if we come all the way up here on the highest point in the arena, we have a little bridge we made across this little kind of miniature valley, I'd guess. And then this is kind of the top corner. We're trying to leave most of kind of the stuff on the outer edges, so you can see where it's supposed to kind of stop. You can go wherever. Ultimately, you don't have to stay on the paths, but if you stay on the paths, you're not going to trip at least. And then down here, there's a path that goes that way. And you do a little bit of trimming. But this is the first couple of weeks we've been able to get back down here since winter. And of course, it's supposed to snow in a couple of days. But here is the first base. It's not really a base, it's just kind of the end of the arena. We got lots of down trees and such to kind of show you where the end is. Out over here it's kind of like a pond. It's like a marshy pond, basically, but all this is mostly water. It freezes over in the winter, and we were thinking of maybe turning it into like a ice skating rink over the winter. But the plan is to kind of clear out all of the dead brush and all the grass and everything and make it into like a proper pond, basically. And then this is where the current arena ends, but I'm planning on expanding to go all the way around the pond and do a big loop around the entire pond. Over there is a old hunting shack that has been up for who knows how long at this point. But over here, it starts to get kind of muddy at the moment. Everything's melting really fast because it got really hot really quick. But there's some cool clearings and spots for some cover, and it's going to be pretty good if that all pans out how I want it to. But we'll go back into the actual current arena. So this is, like I said, the first base. I think this is what we're calling blue. I want to get like a blue sign or a flag or something to put on the dead tree here. And then now we're all the way on the lowest lane. Down here you got the shop up there. But you have some various cover with tires and all these smaller trees. They're not super thick. They're, I don't know, maybe an inch diameter. But once all the actual leaves grow back and everything, there's a lot more visual cover, so it's a lot harder to see people. And the reason why I haven't done a lot of cover is, one, I haven't gotten a lot of it, but also when the leaves are down here, and even without the leaves, the little branches provide a decent amount of cover, because you either got to get a really lucky shot through everything, or you have to be like on a path where there's nothing there. So I've got a little bucket I found down here. There's a bunch of stuff that I found just around here just by looking. So the steps in are right there, and I found a couple of metal hubcaps around. This is zinc. YouTube, don't flag me. It makes a fun little ding sound when you hit it. So it's just fun to react to targets. There's another one right there. And yeah, it's just fun to have some decoration. This is probably one of my favorite spots here with the 3 trees that you walk through. And then keep going on this middle path here, and this takes you over to Red Base, where there's a couple of old trailer frames that have been here for however many decades. I've no idea, but they've been here a really long time. This will probably be the edge of the arena here, but as you can see, this is kind of where I'm talking about expanding that way, just because there's a decent amount of land on the other side of this tree that I can use, and then it just will wind up wrapping all the way around. So there's a lower part you can go on down here, or you can come up this way. This tree fell over winter, so see if I can pull it down, but it's pretty stuck up there, so you may just have to crouch under here for forever. And then this is kind of the high line. I try to have 3 or 4 lanes on each side, just so it's a little bit more fair for actually playing. Then there's a path you can use to get down that way, or you can go down right here if you need to change which lane you're in, or you can stay up here. And then this is probably one of the better spots in the entire arena right here, either going behind those couple of tin pieces or shooting from between these trees here. You got a really good spot to pretty much the entire lower section of the arena. The top section with the bridge is pretty well covered unless you come up right by the stairs, and even then it's real hard to get a good shot up there, but that's why this bit of cover is here. So if you're behind here, you can kind of clear up into the upper lane up that way. So yeah, it's coming along. This is basically just using what I've found either lying around or I've gotten for free. We did all the stairs. We did the railings and everything. And there's still more tires around on the property. Like there's one right there, but a lot of stuff is still frozen in the ground that we can't really get to. But yeah, this is just kind of the state of the arena as of early spring 2025. And I'll probably give updates as we either expand the arena or add more stuff or whatever kind of happens. But this is just kind of the current state of it. Another plan is to put like tables or benches at both of the bases. Right now it's just the tree trunks that are there. It's kind of like just shelves to set stuff on. I also want to get some hooks at each arena or at each base to be able to hang stuff up on. But yeah, this is just kind of the current state of it, and I'll probably show a video when more of the greenery starts to grow in, and it changes how you play quite a bit, besides when it's dead. So yeah, this is the arena as of right now.